3, 2, 1.
When we formed the government at the end of 2022, we sought economic legitimacy through political stability in a world where the latter is increasingly hard to come by. Thereafter, we rolled out a series of progressive economic policies in our growth narrative, the economy madani, fiscal space, and people-centric initiatives, whilst being driven by the fervor of institutional reform. The economy has rebounded dramatically, alhamdulillah, and we are seeing an influx of strategic investments across the board, and impressively and substantially in renewables and AI infrastructure. A shifting world economic order and empowered ASEAN and a stable Malaysia means we are no longer satisfied with playing the spectator. We must therefore take up the mantle to chart the path forward in 3 leadership domains. And this is, of course, the critical issue of economic leadership by development role modeling. And now the outdated belief that economic reforms must be ideologically driven fails to appreciate the nuances of a nation's development. So, encouraging purely market-led growth should not be seen as being incompatible with the implementation of a comprehensive social agenda that advances equity, which means we cannot marginalize communities, and ensure that policies should not exacerbate poverty. Now, this is to my mind the foundation of economy madani, humane economy for social justice, a concept that we have advocated for decades and reiterated in last year's Khazanah Megatrends Forum. Not dissimilar to the progressive capitalism of Professor Stiglitz, this is where governments are bold in setting rules, for example, on environmental protection, financial regulations, and others needed for the proper running of the economy to ensure that it works for all and not just for the few. In 2024, Malaysia successfully tamed inflation, reduced unemployment, and stabilized our currency. We have, thank you. But I must remind my colleagues, the cabinet members are here. We are not here to promote a culture of contentment or complacency. We always admit and accept the fact that there is room for improvement, and I always popularize what George Bernard Shaw used to say, the room is big for improvement. But we have to acknowledge the fact that we have had record highs in job creation and also the best performing stock market in ASEAN. Internationally, our foreign direct investments are historic and are region leading in the areas of semiconductors and data centers. In 2025, here comes a challenge that you must address and deliberate during this forum. We want to double down on our geographical centrality as a conduit for electricity, talent, and supply chain diversification. Specifically, ASEAN energy grid, from Laos across to Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. From Sarawak to IKN. Sarawak undersea cable to Semenanjung and to Singapore. It's a fantastic feat in terms of advancing ASEAN, its cohesive force, and in terms of energy greed for ASEAN region. At the same time, we want to refine our expertise in oil and gas, semiconductor, and Islamic finance, so we can be the global market leaders in each field. It's our neutrality, centrality, and openness for partnership that makes us a natural hub for all.